I'm back because I just want to say this real quick because okay, y'all, okay, let me just this is going back when I was doing my wig prep. Um can I just say this for the record? Okay, I'm looking at I'm can I just say this? Let me just say this to all you hairstylists out there that are boo-hooing about people coming at y'all because you guys are charging $450, $300 to do um um a hairstyle, a haircut, whatever y'all charge. You guys are charging $415 for your services. Okay, I'm talking to you hairstylists. Okay, like, and I don't care if I piss y'all off or whatever. Like, and I'm gonna come hard at y'all because I don't like bullies and I don't like people that take advantage of people. And you guys are really taking advantage of people. Like, let's just keep it 100. Call it what it is. You guys are taking advantage of people because there is nothing that will cost you $415 when it comes to hair. I don't care if you're putting a lace front in, the max should be $150. Don't play games with me. You're literally, it's not like you made the wig yourself. Even if you did make the wig yourself, it's in the freaking price. At the end of the day, charge $150 to do a wig, charge $150 to do, hello, how are you doing? So what are we talking about here? I'm talking about hairstylists that are boo-hooing about people coming at them because they want to charge between $300 to $500 for their services. Okay, they're charging $400 for a hair wash. They're charging $300 for whatever they're charging it for. That's what I'm talking about. And there's nothing that should cost anyone going to a salon $300 to $400. I got a hairstylist, but mine tastes. I got a hairstylist, but um does your hairstylist charge you like $300 $400? But let me just stay focused. So all the hairstylists that's when I got my hair washed, they charged me 15 for it. Could I have could I have judged the back then? If they charge you $15 for a hair wash, that's what I'm saying. Like, huh? I don't know. I think this is a spammer, but I'm just like, what? Um, hi, hello, cat. I don't. Hey, so let me just stay focused. So I'm talking about hairstylists that's charging um, a ridiculous amount of money to do services. Okay, for their clients, and it's ridiculous. All right. So I just want to jump on here because um, I'm just going through the comment section of these people. Um, hey, girl. Hey, Avery. Um, so First off, I don't even understand how the stylists are talking about, oh, this person's coming at me because I'm charging $400 for, my services. I'm like, okay, well, if you're posting it on your social media, then are you, how do people know that you're charging that price? How do people know that you're charging that price if you didn't post it on your social media? Okay. Just like I went on live right now and people had to ask me what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'll be reading the comment section. Um, no, you need to wash your hair. You need to wash your hair. Okay, but I'm just going through these comments. It's also an insult to think we deserve less. Okay. bruh, you hairstylists be like, oh, woe is me, and I had to pay a lot um to go to school and student loans, and that's just like going to the doctor, and that's just like going to the doctor and hold on, because I that's just like going to the doctor. When you go to the doctor, they have to when you go to the doctor, they have to you have to pay let me just play what this girl said. Okay, like, let me see if I can try to find it, because I don't know if it was well, I don't want to play. Hold on. Yes, you saw it right. This service was $415. And to be honest, hey babe, so this stylist has been getting a lot of backlash, all because she charged her client $415 to treat her hair. Now the black girls is coming for her. Oh, it's because I'm black, my natural hair, all these new hairstylists is kill me with the black on black bullshit. It's old. As a fellow licensed cosmetologist, please understand we have went to school and spent thousands of dollars in financial aid to advance our career and our knowledge to help educate our clients. So what we decide to charge is what we decide to charge. If it does not fit you, go find another stylist. Simple. Are you able to go to your doctor's appointment and tell them that they can't charge you thousands of dollars for one appointment? And don't come for me telling me that it's not the same. It's not. Just like a doctor has to go to school, we have to go to school too. Please understand the time, the effort, and the stress that we put in our fingers and our bodies in order to make our clients happy. It's not an easy job. Like, that's such a that right there is what like set me, because I'm like, first off, the whole woe is me, is like so dumb. Okay, y'all need to miss me with the whole woe is me. I had to pay thousands of dollars in school loans and financial aid. Girl, do you even know what financial aid is? It's aid for a reason. The word aid is in that title, financial aid, for a reason. Okay, like, first off, financial aid is aid in your finances to help you go to school. So so the financial aid is paying the portion of the money to your school. You're paying a loan back to the financial aid and to your school. So you're on a loan. um so the financial aid, they pay that 5,000 to your school. Hi, Avery. They pay that money to your school, and then you will pay back. Sometimes financial aid will require you to pay that money back. Okay, if you don't, like, some of them, they don't. Okay. But again, you chose that because there is schools out there that don't have the financial aid, where you don't have to have a loan, and you don't have to pay, you don't have to worry about interest and all that, because and spending thousands of dollars. Okay, cosmetology school, if you were to go to a school that has financial aid, you're paying between 18 to 20K, right? 20,000. um any school that doesn't have financial aid, you're paying maybe between 9,000 to 12,000, okay, depending on the location in that school. Sure, we can be best friends, glory to God. um so you're spending between 9 to 12,000 to a school that doesn't have financial aid. Okay, so if a school offers financial aid, you're going to be spending more because of the financial aid program that that school offers. Okay. And in beauty school, they teach you the basics. Okay. They don't teach you uh, what you would learn when you get out in the field. Okay. Every hairstylist knows that. They be saying that. Okay. To become a doctor, there's levels to it. Okay, just like becoming a nurse. Some start off as a medical assistant, then they go to being a certified nursing assistant, then they go into being a nurse. But they are going to school for years, and they are spending more than $20,000. Okay, period. All right. They're going to cosmetology school. You're probably going to be in cosmetology school for a year and a half. Like, no, I'm sorry, for like a year and 4 months or whatever. But that's if you choose to do the 1600 hours. Now, you're welcome. Now in California and a lot of other states, they knocked the 1600 hours or 1500 hours down to 1,000. Okay. So in some schools, that brought the cost down because of COVID, because that other portion of it, it was the practical, meaning you have to practice coloring someone's hair, relaxing someone's hair, perming someone's hair, okay? And so when you take your state board test, the state watches you and they're not seeing if you could do a proper color. They're seeing if you can keep your area sanitized. Okay. For 2. 3, yeah, my mom is a nurse as well, and I've watched my mom for years go to nursing school. I've seen her go to seminars, I've seen her go to meetings, I've seen her go to school, like at a university. Like for years I've watched my mom go to school for to further her education in nursing, because in the medical field, medical and I went to medical school as well. And the medical codes are changing. Medical is a always changing industry, just like science and all this other stuff and history. Okay. So to compare if you're a hairstylist and you compare yourself to a doctor or a nurse, what like it's like, but you don't see doctors or nurses. Okay, welcome back. You don't see doctors or nurses boo-hooing about their student loans and their patients, wanting to take care of their bodies at home. And let's be real, when you go to a doctor's office, they check I do not know, but I actually, your name looks familiar, and I remember you from my previous lives. I think I may have had to put you in timeout because you were spamming. Or no, I think I told you you were spamming, but you calmed down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, okay. Um I used to be in medical school. I used to be in medical school. And so um uh, where was I going with that? Lord God, please refresh my memory. Hi, Kara. Um yeah, I used to be in medical school, and I learned about all the different medical terminologies and stuff like that. And um, dang, I forgot where I was going with that. But I was once in medical school as well, oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You're welcome. Yeah, I went to medical school, and it took me 6 months. And okay, that's cool. And that took me 6 months, and then I got a job, and before we gave them a wheelchair through, from the doctor or whatever, we had to check their insurance. When you go to your doctor's appointment, they check your insurance, hence why we have insurance cards. Hi, Grayson. What's up, Grayson? We have to bring our medical cards, okay? This is why Obama had that, if you don't have, health insurance, then you'll be charged like $450 or something like that for whatever. But this is why they have health care coverage, because it covers you when you go to the hospital, when you go to your doctor's appointment. So it's not you physically. Okay. It's not you physically. It's not you physically. It's not you. It's not you physically. Thank you. I put him in timeout because like anyways, it's not you physically paying the doctors. Um it's not you physically paying the doctors. It's the insurance paying on your behalf to your doctor. Now, some people that do have insurance, you may have to pay a copay. I'm sorry, I've never seen someone's copay be $400. Right. Yeah, because okay, if they don't have Obamacare, then they probably have low income um uh health insurance. So if you don't have Obamacare, you could have, like, I didn't have Obamacare. I had here in the state of California, I had partnership. And partnership is a low income. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Well, I used to have partnership in Medi-Cal, but then I actually had Covered California. And Covered California, each month I had to pay a low monthly, fee to be covered by the insurance carriers. But it wasn't $400 a month. And so if they weren't charged any money, it was because either they had a different insurance, or they had insurance coverage, or they had insurance coverage through their job. Employers also offer medical, so that's probably why. um but that was my whole point with that. Girl, I okay. So this person comparing themselves to a doctor is, um how do you know that how do you know that all wait, what are you asking? And the reason why Obama had the Obamacare was so people can get insurance, because people were out there with no health insurance. What I'm saying, how do I know about Obamacare? Okay. There was one comment. Um See, and even this person said it. So this person commented under that girl that was talking. She said a doctor is paid by insurance, not clients, and their prices are set based off the coverages of the insurance they have decided to partner with. Hence why they have to check your coverage, not what they owe back in student loans. Hi Scovy, how are you? Um so yeah, like they don't. And I don't hear doctors complaining. Good, 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 good. I don't hear doctors complaining about their student loans. I don't hear anybody else complaining about student loans except for these hairstylists out here being like, oh my gosh, school was so expensive and I had these student loans. And hence why Atlanta, okay, my hair is coming down, but hence why Atlanta is now saying that you don't have to have a cosmetology license to do hair. Why? Because they're catching on that people are learning how to do hair themselves at home. So it's like the government is losing money. It's all about a money thing. The government is losing money. So they're like, okay, well, if people are learning how to do hair themselves and they're not spending money to learn how to do hair, then let's just take away the whole them having to get a license. Hence why that's only in Atlanta right now, because Atlanta is the black capital. You have a lot more black people in Atlanta. And also, too, Atlanta is the home of hair care. I won't say the home of hair care, but they have like the hair shows and stuff like that. But it's predominantly African American. Hence, the African American community makes up half of the hair industry because of wigs, because black women made wigs look cool, and hair extensions, which you don't have to go to school to learn. Okay. So, this person said, I'm not paying my car note for someone to do my hair. This is why she said, I'm not paying my car note for someone to do my hair. This is why I learned how to do it myself. What's the difference between the hairstylists in the 90s and 2000s who had my hair growing down my back compared to today's stylists? Which is very true. And again, these people that are charging $300, $400, we're not paying for a service, we're paying for your lifestyle, period. Okay. Um, and then this person said, like I always say, doing your hair is not a necessity. If you can't afford it, if you can't afford what we charge, don't get your hair done. Plain and simple. There are salons that will meet your budget. No, a lot of the salons are not meeting people's budget because everyone is down there. All the hairstylists are talking about all these new age hairstylists that say they've been in the game for a long time. Okay. They're like, I'm not being charged my worth. And they're saying that they're like, I'm not being charged my worth. So I'm going to jack the prices up. And then they're also saying, to say, oh, the hair, doing your hair is not a necessity. No, you need to do your hair. You need to wash your freaking hair. You need to wash your hair. The reason why we have these people out here with scalp and hair problems is because they're not treating their hair. They're not washing their hair. But just because they're not washing their hair and they need hairstylists does not mean that you charge them 300 to 400 freaking dollars. Okay? Like at the end of the day, that's you signed up to be a hair stylist. You take someone's hair from damaged to healthy. That is your job. Period. And what these stylists nowadays that say they have years in the game, what they fail to realize is that hairstylists in the 90s compared to now, it's not that they weren't being charged their worth. They were just charging what made sense. Why would you charge? Because let me tell you something. If they were charging $300 back in the 90s, then that means to get a wash today would you would have to pay $1,000 to get a simple hair wash. That means you would have to pay $1,000 to get a simple hair wash. Hold on, let me just, actually, I don't care. My hair done came down and I really don't. And then came loose. Hold on, let me try to put my, like, I really don't, I mean, I want to look good, glory be to God, but I'm just trying to get this out. So I really don't care if because let me just do this real quick. Um, So that's what separates women nowadays. And I'm sorry, this is what separates hairstylists nowadays from the hairstylists in the 90s. Okay. Hairstylists in the 90s. Okay. Oh, this looks way better. Hairstylists in the 90s, um, they they did what made sense. And let me just keep it 100. Let me just keep it 100. Okay. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, when you became a hairstylist or a makeup artist or a nail tech, your goal was to be a celebrity hairstylist. You wanted a celebrity to book you, right? So back in the day, when you became a hairstylist, there's a high chance that you could be working with a celebrity. When hairstylists was working with celebrities, they were being paid a good amount of money to be that celebrity's hairstylist. Back in the day, like perfect example, Oprah. For years, Oprah had her own hairstylist, Andre Walker, for years. Okay. You don't have that nowadays. Why? Because stylists nowadays feel like they're entitled to get paid this high amount, and they are the master cosmetologist. They have all these degrees, they have all this knowledge, but the one thing they don't have knowledge in is budget and marketing and pricing and margins. They don't have knowledge about that. They're like, oh, if you can't afford my price, go to a different salon. And I'm like, that's what they're doing, and you're getting mad because they're going to a different salon. Duh. Um, this person, I thought financial aid was given so you could go to school for free. Never mind. No. Financial aid is not given so you can go to school for free. Financial aid is aid financially to help you go to school, to help you pay for school. But some financial aid programs, you have to pay that back. Now, back in the day with financial aid used to give you the money. So giving you the money, they're giving you the money as a loan so you can go pay your books. And a lot of people back in the day in the 90s and the early 2000s was taking advantage of that. And they were using that to go shopping and other stuff like that. That's why they changed it, you know, now where the financial aid is giving the money straight to the school. Um, this person said medical appointments are necessary at times life sustaining. Hair appointments are a luxury. Doctors and hairstylists don't pay anywhere close to the same amount in student loans. Doctors make millions because doctors don't make millions, but doctors make millions because they work long, tiring hours and deal with trauma on a regular basis. Comparing a doctor's prices to a hairstylist's prices is not logical at all, and it really isn't. Um, this person says, nobody realizes that we don't just learn how to style, we learn about skin and scalp diseases. First off, in cosmetology school, they don't teach you how to style. They don't teach you how to do micro links. They don't teach you how to do sew-ins, lace front wigs. They don't show you how to braid. They don't show, because a lot of those teachers don't know how to braid themselves. They do show you color, but it's the basic. They don't, they like, yeah, it's the basic. They don't, yeah. The hairstyles that they, first off, okay, if they teach you how to style hair, then every year or every some odd years, they will be revising the books. Okay. They're still going based off books from 2015. We're now in 2024. Lace fronts have been the biggest hit in the hair industry market. Lace fronts, braiding. You have goddess braids, you have box braids, you have all these different design type braids. Okay. um, you have lace front wigs, you have glueless wigs, you have micro links, you have all these different hair extensions outside of just sew-ins and stuff like that. Okay. She said we learn about skin and scalp diseases, alopecia, things to look out for that helps and protects your hair loss to infections. Then you guys do everything in your power to discredit us just because we choose to work with our hands and bless your head. First off, no. Okay. Let me tell you something right now. The stuff that they learn in cosmetology school as far as like um hair loss and stuff like that, okay. You only learn the basics because when you really want to get in depth with skin and hair, I mean, first off, if you really want to get in depth with skin and hair, you will go to a university. Okay. You won't go to a community college or whatever. You will go to, like, when I was doing my research on hair, I was going to the Duke University, I was going to Stanford, I was going to Harvard, I was going to all these different school sites where students were studying about anatomy, about hair. um and so you're now trying to put yourself in a line as a dermatologist. A dermatologist has more knowledge about skin infections than a cosmetologist. A cosmetologist is just someone that is knowledgeable on the basic level with hair, skin, and nails. That's a cosmetologist. A hairstylist is exactly what that's called, a hairstylist. You style hair, but you will let the customer know or the client know if this hairstyle will be good enough for their hair or not. But let's be 100% real. As a hairstylist, you do not have the right to write a prescription out for a client to go take medication because they have seborrheic dermatitis. You have to send them to a dermatologist. You can't write them a referral. You are a hairstylist, so you can style hair. If they have any type of scalp issues, you send them to a dermatologist. There is some hairstylists though, like myself, that can help you to get rid of your scalp problems. But before I try to just act like I'm a dermatologist, I'm going to tell you to go to a certified dermatologist because I respect that they went to school and I respect their knowledge. Okay. See, some of these new age hairstylists, they want to act like they're doctors, they're nurses, they're dermatologists, they're all these different degrees, when at the end of the day you are a hair stylist. That is it. If you went to school for dermatology, awesome. If you went to school to become a doctor, awesome, great. But if you simply went to cosmetology school and then you went to be a trichologist, then you went to be a herbalist, you are still not in the fields where you can write someone a prescription. Period. All right. All right. Um then you guys do everything in your power to discredit us just because we choose to work with our hands. No, housekeeping, you work with your hands. Painting, you work with your hands. There's a lot of other professions that you work with your hands, and they're not boohoo crying because, or whatever, whatever. Why do y'all hate stylists so bad? No one hates stylists. Nobody hates stylists. Like, everybody people want to be like, why do y'all hate us? It's not that people hate stylists. It's that stylists are not listening to the clients. That's the problem. Back in the day, the hairstylists would listen to the clients. No one's listening to the clients, okay? You guys are like, well, if you just can't afford me, go somewhere else. And then when no one's coming to you, you want to hop on your social media platforms and be crying because people don't like your prices. Well, why is it so ingrained in your mind that we shouldn't profit off of our knowledge and talent? Bruh, you guys don't have, like, you guys, okay, why can't we profit off our knowledge and talent? That sounds so off to me because, first off, doing hair is not a talent. Putting curls in somebody's hair is not a talent. All right, that's maybe you round brushing and you taking a brush and you're able to do a curl. Maybe that's a skill. I, I mean, and if that's a talent, then why don't you go on America's Got Talent and let's see if that's a real talent. Why don't you go on American Idol? Why don't you go on um why don't you go, if you really know, if you really want to know if this is a talent, then why don't you go to Atlanta to their hair shows? And as far as knowledge, um you can't put a price on knowledge. All right, every industry can, but when it comes to hairstylists, we should work around the clock and eat dust in the process. Things are evolving in every industry. Exactly. Things are evolving in every industry. But the thing about what hairstylists aren't realizing is that there's some industries that's lowering their prices. But let me tell you, right, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're one of them stylists that you like that you have your prices at $300 $400, I'm gonna let you know right now, your business won't last long because there's present day people going to school. You keep telling people to go get that. You don't have your license. You don't have your license. You don't have your license. Okay. So that's why you don't want us 90 folks. You don't want us 90 babies. You don't want us late 80s, middle 80s, late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, early 2000 babies to go get a cosmetology license. Because if we go get our license, we're going to get our license, we're going to open up these salons, and we're going to put y'all out of business because our salons are going to be of reasonably priced. And we're going to bring back the atmosphere of how the 90s and the early 2000 salons felt. Okay? Because everybody can say the 90s was the best year, best decade. A lot of people have a lot of good memories in the 90s. There's others too that, yes, just like every year, there's some losses and stuff like that. But when it comes to the hair care, the 90s was good. When you would go to the salon for, to get your hair done, us girls, we would talk, we'll be able to get our nails done, our makeup done, we'll catch up on girl chat, we'll talk about our latest boyfriend. When the guys go to the barbershop, they dab each other up. What's up, bro? How you doing? It was all love. Hey, bro. That's when they used to accept walk-ins. Hey, bro, I'm about to run to, take my girl on a date. Can you line me up real quick? Oh, sure. Hop in my chair. But now it's we don't take walk-ins. You need to book an appointment. We need to book a consultation. I need $300 from you. Oh, then I can see if I can do your hair. And let's not get started on all the different fees that you guys are adding as well. Okay. Um This girl said, I was with her until she said stylists spend thousands of dollars in financial aid. Baby, financial aid is aid. It's paid for by the government. You didn't pay for that. Good Lord. Thank you. Thank you. That is what I'm saying. See, y'all, let me tell y'all something. If you've been to school, you know I've had to take out financial aid when I went to when I went to medical school. In fact, actually no, I didn't, because I was still living with my parents, so I didn't qualify because my parents made too much. And that's the thing. If your parents make too much, you won't be able to get financial aid because you don't need the aid because your parents can help you pay for school. Okay. Oh my God. Now this is the part that had me come up on my live. This person says some of y'all are missing the point. If the price is too high for you, find a stylist that will fit your needs. Every stylist is not for you, and you are not for every stylist. No gray area. Okay. This person said some of you are missing the point. No, you hairstylists are missing the point. If you guys listen, if you charge what you charge, that's what you charge. But at the end of the day, especially if you put it on social media, if this woman put her pricing on her social media, you are then opening up the arena for people to drop their opinion. Okay, period. Whether you like it or not, whether it's the truth or not, whatever, whatever. Okay. So at the end of the day, you guys are missing the point, because at the end of the day, all right, the whole thing is what people are saying is that the prices are ridiculously high. If you guys were charging 150, nobody would have a problem with that. If you were charging 120, I don't think nobody would have a problem with that. And if they do, then that's them. But you have never tried to bring your prices down. You compared yourself to people back in the 90s and was like, oh, they were charging $60 for a hair wash or $40 for a hair wash. Yeah, I'm going to charge 120 to wash your hair. That's being greedy, bruh. That's being greedy. And the reason why the government is taxing you guys is, oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. It's so funny how that girl was like, this person left a comment was saying about um the government taxing them on every little thing. So you find it to be a problem that the government is taxing you on every little thing, but then you want to charge your client for every little thing. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it to where you can't have it to where, you know, you can't have it to where your clients you can't have it to where the government can charge you whatever, um so you want to charge your clients whatever and they can't complain. No. If you're going to charge your clients whatever, the government's going to charge you whatever. You're just getting a taste of your own freaking medicine. Duh. And maybe if you would cut back and scale back on your pricing, they won't tax you the crap out of you. They can only tax you what you're profiting off of. Hence, and see, and they don't teach you this in beauty school. They don't teach you about the business part of it. There is some schools that do teach you about the business. There is some schools that do teach you about the business. But really, they can't really teach you about business because it just depends on what city you're in, the location, and what you're servicing. Period. And I just wanted to come on live because I needed to, I don't care about not being a stylist. I don't care about, because you guys keep saying, oh, you're not a hairstylist. You don't understand. You're not a hairstylist. You don't understand. Let me tell you something. I'm a human and I understand. I've been late on bills, so I understand. I had to miss bills so I could, save a little bit of money so I can get something to eat. I understand that. Like, like, it's called life. It's called life. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are like literally, if you look at some of these hairstylists, look at what car they're driving. Look how big their house is. Glory be to God. God bless them. God multiplied them. God God did his thing. And let's be real. A lot of y'all hairstylists have learned to do hair at home. Y'all all learned to do hair at home. And what's even more crazy about it is because when y'all were once in school, y'all would do y'all friends' hair, your family's hair, and y'all are missing the fundamentals of when it was just cool to be a hairstylist, right? Y'all have got so caught up in how much money you can make that you forgot the basics. You forgot integrity. You forgot morals. You forgot compassion. How would you feel if this person spent their last $400 to get their hair right, but now they're late on rent? They're late on paying their bills. I'm sorry. Would you give them their money back? Absolutely not. Because you're going to say that's a choice they made. You have no sympathy for that person. For no You have no sympathy for anybody but yourself. And you want people to boo-hoo cry with you because you have student loans, because you had to go to school for X amount of time, because whatever. Like, I have no sympathy for hairstylists that take advantage of people. If you're charging $300 to $400 for a wash, if you're charging $300 to $400 on any service as a hairstylist, you are charging way too much. There is nothing in the hair industry that will cost you $400. And you guys are like, well, they buy wigs for $1,500. No one's buying. The average person is not spending $1,500 on a wig. Stop looking at celebrities. Stop looking at the celebrities and what they're buying and thinking that because they're buying it at that price, it's going to make people that have regular 9 to 5s spend that. I've never once seen a girl in the hood spend $1,500 on a wig. And you know what's even more crazy? You know what's even more crazy? Is that these female hairstylists are charging more money than these barbers. I don't hear no male complain about, oh, my barber is overcharging me. My barber is charging me this uh blade fee, sit down fee. You want to talk? I got to charge you a fee for that. A cleanup fee. Nah, the dudes is cool. You think you'll ever have or do you want to own a salon? I will have a salon. You know, when I first wanted to be when I was little, I always loved doing hair. I just had a passion for doing hair. I was like, man, I love doing hair. I love like combing hair and styling hair and stuff like that. I always wanted to be a hairstylist. And I grew up in a salon. Like, I grew up in a salon, and um we were always going into the salon to get our hair done. That's how I know. And for me to be young and to feel the vibe in the salons when I was young is how I know, because I was born in 91. So we were going to the salons to get relaxers. We were going to the salon to get our hair washed because my mom was a nurse and she was always working. She would work midnight shifts, morning shifts. So we would always go to the salon to get our hair done because my mom didn't, she was always working. She didn't have the time to do it. So we would go to the salons, and the vibe was always so fun. I always loved getting my hair done. You know, when it was time for me and my sister to go get our hair braided, I love going to the beauty supply store to buy braiding hair. Even when we bought ponytails, like, it was just so fun. But after a while, my mom, she started relaxing our hair at home. So she started, she started doing me and my sister's hair at home. So I grew up in the salon environment. And so that's why I'm just like, I see the difference from growing up in a salon environment to now being an adult and seeing how these women are coming out the woodworks with these horrendous pricing and the vocabulary that they're using and the tearing down. And who is this mostly coming from? Black women. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. So, and you know what's even more crazy is that I can see if these women are making, different type of wigs, or they have imported hair extensions, that can, and they're selling packs of hair extensions from Italy and stuff like that. That will, I could be like, okay, I could see the 300, like, it's good quality. But if you're simply giving somebody a wash, a blowout, a trim, and a haircut and a style, and you're charging them $400, I'm sorry, miss me with it. Miss me with it. So, my mouth is getting dry. I'm about to get something to drink. I wanted to come on here because that really upset me. And I'm going to be honest on this channel because this is God's chosen hair care, and God's people is getting bamboozled. But now I see why God has me, you know, in the hair industry. It was never because I just love to do a cute curl or whatever. It was because there was going to be money grabbers that's going to be uh misdirecting people, that's going to be using people, manipulating people, humiliating people. That's why I dropped those videos of LA hair on my videos. That's why I posted that, because people, black people in the industry, hair industry, has been bashing each other since 2012, the height of, or the beginning of, the natural hair movement. So, and now I see why God has placed me in the hair industry, because these people need to know that you don't have to spend $300 to $400 to have dandruff free, flake free, scalp issue free, scalp hair. You can change your diet, pray over yourself, get rid of that demonic spirit that's in you that is causing that hair loss, that is causing that scalp and hair problems, because that's really what it is. Getting a relationship with God and cleaning your system out, eating right, of course using the right products, but put aside the products and all that. It's spiritual. And I've talked about this in a previous live I did like a month ago about people putting word curses on your hair. Either they were jealous of your hair because your hair was long and thick, or they were jealous of you because, your hair grew faster than theirs. I don't know. But people are out, even hairstylists be cursing their clients by saying, oh, if you don't want to pay my price, you will always have that problem. That's a lie. That's a lie. Oh, people out there doing hair themselves and not going to a hairstylist, that's why their hair is falling out. That's a lie. No. Nope. Um, People can literally put a curse on you, and that's why males have male pattern baldness. Us women, we have alopecia on our edges because of the braids and stuff like that. And that's why the Nigerian culture, the African culture, is the tighter the braid, the longer it's going to last. That's a lie. And that's why a lot of the African women in Africa, their hairline is so far back. It's so far back because of their tradition, their mindset, their belief system. They believe that if they put tighter braids in, it'll make the hair last. Also, too, in Africa, as a woman, if you have, a big forehead, you're counted as royalty or something like that. Um, you know, and it's just misleading, and American women, unfortunately, in the Black community, are taking advantage of other Black women with scalp problems, because not one of these hairstylists that are having these hair care systems that take care of dandruff and also scalp problems, not once have they mentioned God. But whenever they get an increase in their finances, that's when they mention God. um they never mention Jesus, only when something good happens. They never talk about the blood of Jesus and how it can set you free. They always talk about, well, you don't want to pay my this price, that pay the price. It's always about money with them. What about integrity? What about Jesus Christ? The same person you say you believe in, that you call on, that you pray to, but yet you got these different women coming in and out of your chair, and not once have you posted on your social media how the blood of Jesus set this woman free from hair issues, and you didn't have to charge her 400. You didn't have to give her your hair care system. My question is, will you ever do that? And by the looks of it, no, because you're too concerned with who can and cannot afford your $400 hair care service. But hey, this is why God brought me in the industry. So, and why God used me to introduce the Herbalife. Hence why I changed my description that says, Welcome to the Herbalife. Because the herbs is a secret weapon to uh, your body care and your hair care. Um, because herbs was made by God and it's nature. And that's why these hair care big brands in the stores, they talk about, oh, it's all natural and we use lavender and we use eucalyptus and stuff, but it's like 1%. Yeah. So, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, I just so happened to see that, and I just wanted to, um, yeah, I just wanted to say that. And, I stand by everything that I say, because everything that I said tonight, God wanted me to say. And, I'm gonna go ahead and get off my live because, like I said, my throat is dry. And I'm gonna go back to watching my movie Despicable Me 3. But I just had to come on here and say something. Um, and this is honestly gonna be the last time I'm gonna say something about it, because I know what my mission is, and I know why God has me on this earth, and I know why I'm stepping and stomping ground and breaking doors down in the hair care industry. So all I gotta say to all those hairstylists that are charging $300 to $500 for any type of service, beware, because God's chosen is coming, and we are tearing down the walls of hell, and we are knocking demons out, and can't stop what God has blessed, and you can't stop the calling of God. So have a good night, MJ, and everyone that's watched this live, everyone that's watching the replay. Um, comment section will be on. I'm not here to do any commentary. If you leave a comment, it is what it is. But that's it. That's all. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.